Hi, my name is Melanie Bograd with another word of encouragement for today, June 9th, 2021. So today's word comes out of Psalm 142 verses 1 through 2, and it reads, I cry out to the Lord. I lift up my voice to the Lord for mercy. I pour out my complaint before him I tell my trouble. So this entire chapter from the book of Psalm 142 was prayed by David, who at the time was fleeing for his life from Saul. He was in this cave called Adullam where he was seeking refuge. David, who would eventually become king, says again in verse 1, I cry out to the Lord. I lift up my voice to the Lord for mercy. David was probably terrified at this moment. He was fearing for his life. He was in this cave seeking refuge that was dark and muddy, feeling all of these unimaginable emotions. Yet in this lowest moment, we see David, who would eventually become king, turn to God for help and plead for mercy. He cries out to him. He lifts up his voice. He pours out his complaint and trouble at the feet of the Lord. So we see David's testimony in this cave as a guide for what we, when we feel at our lowest, should do. We need to run to the Lord. We need to cry out to the Lord. Again, David prays, I cry out to the Lord. I lift up my voice to the Lord for mercy. I pour out my complaint before him. Before him, I tell my troubles. So I really encourage you to continue reading Psalm 142 and see that David refers to the Lord as his refuge. He lays out his troubles and complaints before him. He recognizes that in this cave, the cave is not the refuge. The Lord is his refuge. No matter how hard our lives seem right now or what cave we might be feeling in, we need to recognize from this that the Lord will always be our refuge because of his great and unwavering goodness. It is okay to pour out our troubles and complaints at the Lord's feet because he is there and he is listening, because he is our refuge.